for you. This is our last interviewee of the week on Chris Goreham at Breakfast, and what a story this is. We're going to meet Paul Stevens now. Do you like fishing? If you do, what would you say is the most impressive catch you've ever made? You've all got your stories, haven't you? People who go fishing. Richie, come on, your best ever catch?
A tench at the lakes at Haveringland. In about 1999, actually.
At what size?
Stayed out all night, caught it about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was probably only about I can't remember. It doesn't really matter with the tench. It was elusive and beautiful.
Well, it wasn't as big as our next guest, though.
Definitely not.
Because our next guest has just broken the record for the biggest halibut ever to be caught. Have a listen to this. Paul Stevens is the manager and fishing guide at Sportquest Holidays. He was fishing off the coast of Norway when he caught, and we had to double-check this and put it through again, but it is right, the 28-stone fish. Paul, good morning.
Hello there, you okay?
That's absolutely extraordinary. You caught a fish,
it was
a halibut, 28 stone. Come on, let's have the fisherman's story then. Talk me through the catch.
What it was, we were running a halibut competition over there, which is a week-long event, and we just had a couple of days off fishing, and was out fishing with a film crew, and was lucky enough to manage to hook that beast. It was actually the biggest halibut ever caught by a British angler. It's not the world record, but it's the biggest halibut caught by a British angler, so... it was more than made up, because I've been fishing for one of those fish for 14, 15 years and taking trips over there 5 or 6 times a year. And that was the holy grail of halibut.
Wow. So what does it feel like then when you've got 28 stone on the other end of the line?
Very heavy. It felt like the bottom, but the bottom started moving. So it was quite an experience.
And how do you then land something like that?
Well, with a lot of back power. Very, very good quality rods. It just was over before I knew it. It was only took me 20 minutes, which was a bit of a shock, because I've seen customers playing fish for 2-3 hours before, but not been anywhere near as big as that. But that was 20 minutes I got it up to the side of the boat. Wow,
because it can be a real tussle, can't it? As you say, once you're locked in for the battle, actually getting it to the point where you've officially caught it is difficult.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But I managed to get up to the surface 3 times, and that dived back down to the bottom in 60 metres of water. So it was tough work, but we've done it well. And with the captain of the boat driving the boat and chasing the fish, and they towed us for about half a mile as well. So.
Wow! And when you land something like that, what is the reaction to all those around you?
Well, because it was nice, because I was with some friends. I've known for a lot of years, so it was amazing. We got a really good video on our YouTube channel about it, and you can see the expression on my face. It was just, it didn't sink in for about 2 weeks. So it was just joy.
And we think this is the first that this fish, as far as anyone knows, hadn't been caught up until that point. Is that right?
No, not as far as we're aware. You can normally see when halibut get caught, because they get a dark line on their top lip where the line rubs. But this fish was really, really clean. Didn't have any marks on it whatsoever. We assume it's the first time it's ever been caught. And for a big fish like that in Norway, to avoid all the commercial fishermen and things like that, it's done very well. But obviously, it was strictly catch and release. So. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, well, you can tell the story as to about what happened next. But did you get enough photos? I bet you can't, can you? Because you want the story to tell, don't you? To live on for a long time after this.
Yeah. Well, it was lucky, because I had a camera guy filming the halibut competition that we run. He was actually on my boat, so we managed to get really good footage of it and very, very sort of high resolution pictures. So it was a good day to be an angler.
I don't need to ask you who won the halibut competition then.
Well, I'm not allowed to enter it because I'm the guide, so that would be a little bit unfair. But we were just covering the event and taking pictures of people catching the halibut. But yeah, we had to keep it a little bit quiet for a little while.
I bet you did as well. So what was the one that how heavy was the one that won the halibut competition then?
That was a 150 centimetre halibut, which is about probably 130 pounds, something like that.
What's that in stone? My brain doesn't work quick enough for that.
No, mine doesn't.
Nowhere near as big as the one you caught, Paul. That's all we need to know.
No, wow. Absolutely not. No.
What next then? What is your next bucket list catch?
Well, there's a chart out there that they measure halibut, and the furthest that goes up to is 250 centimetres. And that is what I want to now do, is get one that's off the chart, because then when someone says to me, how much does that weigh, I can say, well, I don't know.
Off the chart. Incredible.
Yeah.
Paul, congratulations. I can tell you're so chuffed about it, and I'm sure if people look you up online, they can see the pictures and the videos. Paul, lovely to talk to you. Thanks very much. It's Paul Stevens, the manager and fishing guide at Sportquest Holidays, who caught a 28-stone halibut. Can you imagine what that looks like, Kaylee?
That's incredible, isn't it?
28-stone halibut, which leads nicely into the fact that